Hello and welcome to Acoustic Review. My name is Ben Morgan Brown and today I'm looking at the Lakewood M-35CP. Lakewood are a German company focusing on premium guitars, and the M-35CP sits in their deluxe range and features a AAA European spruce top, oak back and sides, a mahogany neck with an ebony fingerboard. The scale length is 650mm and the nut width is 46mm. The guitar also features an ebony bridge with a bone saddle with a string spacing of 57mm. The guitar retails for £2,570 and comes with a Lakewood branded Hiscox case and an L.R.Baggs Anthem pickup included. Lakewood have used some alternative tone woods for the back and sides of this guitar, so let's have a listen to the guitar now and see what we think of the sound. The included L.R.Baggs Anthem pickup has a controllable crossover between the piezo undersaddle and the microphone. Here's the crossover at its lowest point, so favouring the piezo at the moment. Now I'm going to roll the crossover up, and that'll be about a 50-50 blend between the piezo and the microphone. Getting the guitar out of the case today, my first impression that it was very clean, very sharp lines, the binding is very nicely put on, very well defined. It's a very elegant looking guitar. The build quality and the fit and finish are pretty much perfect, to be honest. I gave it a good look over, I couldn't find any faults with it. The finish is very clear, high gloss finish all over with a satin finish on the back of the neck, no finish blemishes at all. Even the inside of the box is perfect, so really good marks on that account. The quality of the woods used are a really high standard. The oak back and sides has some nice figuring, and the European top has a nice even grain with a little bit of bear claw, but not so much that you would call it figured. Overall, the look of the guitar is very clean, very streamlined, although to my taste I think the headstock is slightly oversized compared to the body, so that gives it a little bit of a lopsided look, but it's still a very beautiful looking guitar, I think. The clean and elegant look I think actually extends to the tone as well. It's a very crisp sounding guitar. It's very clear. The bass is very defined but not too powerful, but you can hear every note very well. The trebles have nice kind of bell-like overtones to them. It's a very balanced guitar. I felt that as I was playing I didn't have to focus too much on drawing a particular quality out of the guitar. Just everything I put into the guitar came out. I probably would have appreciated it a little bit more if there was a little bit of extra sub perhaps on the low end, just so you could feel that kicking into your chest a bit. But actually when we listened back to the recording, the low end was very present, it just didn't have the power of a bigger guitar. The neck shape is a very comfortable full shape with the wide spacing 46mm. I mean, it's perfect for fingerstyle in my opinion. I had lots of space for my left hand, didn't have to worry about catching the strings next to the strings that I was playing and maybe causing a bit of buzz. The action on the guitar is fantastic, it's really low, set up really well, great playing guitar. The internal L.R.Baggs pickup is a very good quality pickup. We felt that it represented the tone of the guitar very well for a undersaddle based system. The microphone, as you bring the microphone up, it did increase the overtones and the brightness of the guitar a little bit. So we thought that would be something that you might want to tame if you were performing live, maybe have a sweepable mids or something like that just to get that out. But you can actually dial down the microphone a little bit if it is a bit too hot for your liking on the preamp. So there's lots of options there to plug the guitar in. I think this guitar would be a really good instrument for somebody who's a solo fingerstyle player, maybe a modern fingerstyle, perhaps with use of harmonics and things like that. The clarity in the top end I think would really help with that. If you're playing guitar in a band or with other musicians, the clarity in the low end and the lack of boominess I think is going to help with your guitar cutting through the mix and not dominating the sound field too much. But I think if you're a solo player who's mainly strumming, perhaps you would want a little bit more low-end girth to the sound than this guitar could give. Something that does stand out on this guitar is the use of oak as the wood for the back and the sides. It's not a tone wood I've had much experience with, to be honest with you. Playing the guitar, I felt that it had some similarities to mahogany and maple. It was, like we've said quite a lot, it's a crisp and clean guitar, whereas a rosewood guitar can be quite full-bodied. I keep using that word cleanliness, but that really is the aspect of this guitar that's kind of stuck out to me. At £2,500, I think the guitar is quite fairly priced compared to US competitors. Obviously being made in Europe, we save a little bit of money here, so I think if the guitar was made in the US at these specs, it would be a little bit more money. I think it's really good that we've got the L.R.Baggs Anthem system included at this price point. I mean, that pickup on its own is nearly £350 from most places, and Hiscox Artist case is a really high quality case as well, so that does add value for money there, and I think the guitar is very well made and worthy of its price. There's very little to criticise on this guitar, but if I had to add something to it, it would be a little bit of extra low end oomph and power. Although if I did that, I suppose I would have to sacrifice the clarity that the oak back and sides had given, so I wouldn't want to give anything up from this guitar. Perhaps it would just be worth looking at a larger guitar from Lakewood if you were going for this and you wanted a bit more power in the low end. Definitely my favourite thing with this guitar was the playability. I could grab it straight from the case and just play whatever I wanted. The sound was very balanced, so I didn't have to worry about whether I was picking too hard or picking too softly on particular strings. I could just get every sound that I wanted out of this guitar. I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Lakewood M-35CP, and we look forward to seeing you next time at Acoustic Review.